Hey everybody, welcome to the Master Wing channel. We are back for some Wingspan action. It has been at least a month or so since we played. Hopping right into some gameplay. Trying to shake off some of the rust here. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. We get to go first. And we have a noisy miner in the tray. Big noisy miner energy. I really don't like to draw one card, but here we are drawing one card, and now we reveal the yellow hammer. That could be bad if my opponent picks it up. We have one of the best cards from the base game, in my opinion, for Oceania, and that is the Mourning Dove. And I'm sorry I didn't record the hand selection, but we were greedy. We kept 4 cards because I want extra cards to tuck under the Noisy Miner. And let's see. We play we play Mourning Dove first. I'm debating this yellow hammer, but I really don't want it to be a yellow hammer game. My opponent could use it. I've got egg supply with miner and dove. I've got, 2 of the 4 goals kind of go towards the forest engine. I really don't want to lay eggs with the yellow hammer. I'm debating denying here, but man, I can tell I am rusty. Here we go. You know what? I'm going to take on the yellow hammer. I don't care. We'll play Mourning Dove. Let me get my strategy right. And now I gain food, play the miner, gain food again, play Brolga. That is the move. And if he picks up yellow hammer, so be it. I think that might be a trap for me, just because I have the Mourning Dove and the miner. So we will go ahead and tuck the Screech Owl and the Honey Buzzard. And then eventually we'll get the Brolga down. Big Brolga energy. I don't really care that it gives my opponent an egg. I'm going to be gaining 4 cards on my draw. So I'm fine there. The American Redstart is a great bird. Yeah. We're just going to stick with the strategy, and I think it's going to be a pretty strong round 1. We could play the Brolga next, but I think it'd be better to play the miner and then gain food. Squeeze out a few more points that way, because then I'm going to have to gain food probably... Well, I can gain food once and then play the Brolga. We'll probably get 0 on this first end-around goal, though. I don't see any fish or mice in sight. Man. Yeah, it's been a while. Thank you guys for sticking with me. If you have not subscribed to the channel, we would greatly appreciate it if you made sure and just zoomed out a little bit and hit that button for me. Trying to get a win, the first game in a long time. Let me fix my camera here. I don't know about this. Lewin's Honey Eater, Count Radji's Bird of Paradise, really not interested. I think those are great team birds. I really liked the team tournament. I thought that was fun, kind of different strategy. Made you rethink some of those sharing birds that you normally overlook. My opponent plays the White-Faced Heron, which is fine. That probably secures him the first DOR. And we're going to gain 3 food here. I know that extra card could have been 3 points with the miner, but for tempo's sake, I want 3 food. And then we're going to dig once we have the Brolga down. Very interested, or interesting, that the yellow hammer was not picked up by my opponent. At least not yet. It's still possible, but... I don't know, I've seen that bird in Oceania become more of an automatic grab. And we've had some good games with it, so I don't think we'd be wrong in denying it. But it can also be a trap because you're... Oh, the tawny frogmouth, okay. It could be a trap because you're kind of sucked into those 4 actions, making sure you gain food, draw cards, lay eggs, play a bird every round. And I think ours is going to be a little bit more one-dimensional here. We're going to draw cards and we're going to gain food pretty much the whole game. Yeah, so we took a break from Wing, and that's probably not good to say on a channel centralized around Wingspan, but oh, my opponent reset the tray. Don't really see anything interesting. But yeah, we came back, and what has changed about Wingspan? Absolutely nothing. Little bit of a rant here, but I had a video out. It's a discussion. I'm going to link it in the description because I thought it was pretty good. I'm going to tell you right after I figure out if I want this European bee eater. I don't think I do, because if my opponent grabs it, he resets the bird feeder, he gains a worm, but he resets the nectar for me. So that's my thinking on the bee eater. We're going to pass on that. Probably just going to top deck all 4 cards here. The bullfinch is okay. Nothing amazing, so we're going to be more picky. But yeah, I have a discussion video about bringing new stuff to the game. I mean, like I said, I took like a month-long break just due to various things happening. But, you know, I come back and, you know, not much has changed from the game. And in that discussion video, I suggest adding some newness, some alternate artwork for the cards, maybe some different action cubes, some meeples, some golden eggs, something to have more fresh content instead of waiting a year and a half to get a new expansion on the digital version. So anyway, let's get back to the game here. We were pretty much just going through our strategy. Wood stork and house sparrow are great. That makes me think this hawfinch is worth playing. We're going to need some extra seeds, and now we also have a ruff that we're not going to get down in round 1, obviously, but we're going to tuck a lot under the ruff, and that's what the Brolga provides. We get 4 cards. I just hope me giving my opponent eggs with the miner and the Brolga isn't too much of a big deal. And my opponent plays the painted bunting, and they get 4 points. So they got a pretty decent start. Who knows what that bonus card is? You know, early game bonus cards, I'm on the fence. We do not get to go first, second round. I do like the magpie lark. 5.1 food cost, play a bird at the end of the game. I think that's one of the best yellow powers in the Oceania expansion, along with the mannequin or the little pied cormorant. Interested to see if they add some more yellow powers in this new expansion, whether it's South America or Africa. I do not know. I'm guessing. I used to think Africa, but now I'm switching my guess to South America. And nothing spectacular in the tray. We do have fishery manager. I have a wood stork and a grebe, so that's always in the back to score 3 points. And we're gonna gain food like normal. I really don't like this end around goal. It's one of my least favorite. Food and personal supply. It's not efficient, so we really don't go out of our way a lot of times to win this one. I also don't have a lot of birds that give me extra food. Until, I mean, that makes me want to play this hawfinch more. Um, Tony Frogmouth, I thought maybe they might be starting a good grassland engine, but then you partner that with the painted bunting. Then they play a spoonbill, so they are really going heavy on the bonus cards so far. They've already got 3. And our bonus card isn't that great for the cards that we have, but I do have a line. I think my line here is gain a lot of food, or as much food as we can, while scoring points and laying eggs. And then I got to get the rough down this round. And we maybe can get the wood stork or the house sparrow down. That may be too much, and we'll see if we can compete for this end-around goal, but I like our chances so far. I haven't seen, anything unstoppable from my opponent so far, so we'll see what they have up their sleeve. I mean, the only downside to this board right here is that I'm giving extra eggs away. And I'm going to play the rough in the wetlands here. I'm trying to free up a space on the noisy miner. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. I don't think it is, but when I gain food again, I want to be able to use the noisy miner. So it makes sense to me. Also debating this Malleefowl, honestly. With a grebe, a potential grebe, a ruff, a brolga, a Malleefowl. That's like a 5-point bird right now. Not 100% sure. 3 turns left. I'm debating we could gain food, play a bird, gain food. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I also need cards to tuck under the noisy miner and the rough. We draw cards, gain food, and then if we can win the end around, didn't get anything good here. I mean, we have a stubble quail that's okay. If we have enough food, we'll just draw cards again. But otherwise, I'll try to play a bird. With that stubble quail, I'm thinking this Malleefowl. I'm going to be more picky. I'm overthinking it. I can definitely tell I'm rusty. I've said that like 3 times, but a little indecision here. I like the birds we got. Now I have cards to tuck with the rough. And we'll try to get the house sparrow down next, maybe. What did my opponent do? He drew cards. All right. Man, they have a lot of cards. I'm wondering if they haven't had great luck drawing. So we could gain food here. We have 2 turns left. They only have 1. So the advantage is for us when I gain food here. So we'll gain food. And if we need to gain food one more time, I guess we can. But I hate doing this. Of course, nectar is discarded at the end of the round. So gaining food as your last turn of the round is one of my least favorite things to do. It just feels wrong not to be able to grab nectar in the tray, in the bird feeder. But sometimes you got to do it. Let's see. We'll take that. Will it? Will it ever stop? Noisy Miner Tuck and Mourning Dove. So clutch. Those birds together, man. Who needs a grassland when you have those two? So gaining food turn right there with no nectar. Not sure how we're going to do on this nectar battle. So I'm looking at this European robin and this woodpecker. I obviously have the house sparrow, but I don't have a ton of food gaining birds. I mean, other than this hawfinch, I'm really not racking up a ton of extra food. So there's probably an argument out there for one of those birds in that 4th slot. It just feels kind of late for those, you know? I'd rather like throw a white power or no power bird over there. One turn left, we've got 4 food. My opponent does not. If I play a bird, I'll lose the end around goal. I think my opponent has 3 food. So I think we got to draw cards here. Draw cards or gain food. I hate gaining food without nectar. I'm repeating myself, but we're going to draw cards, see if we get anything good. Oh, we'll take an ibis. We will take an ibis. That's my 2nd bird for my fishery manager and the common starling. I've had some sick games with starling and house sparrow. I'm kind of tempted to try it. What do I want to tuck here? I don't think I'm going to use the meadowlark. Let's see. Yeah. Play wood stork, house sparrow, ibis, probably the stubble quail, maybe the starling. And we may draw cards one more time, but maybe not. And we did pick up an 8-point flycatcher as well. And we won that terrible end of round goal. Hanging on to all that food. Cuckoo. Yeah. Horsfield's bronze cuckoo. We are not going to attempt. And now we can gain food with some nectar. It's really all about card management for me, just an extra variable because you want to tuck cards. I want to gain more food. But I'm realizing or remembering that tucking cards away with the noisy miner or discarding them for food is contrary to what the rough needs. We need extra cards in hand. So I'm just kind of playing with that during this round. Making sure I'm going to have at least 3 trash cards at the end to score 3 points. And we've made a mistake. Well, I don't know if it's a mistake. Maybe we just can't capitalize on the noisy miner every turn. But as you can see, I'm filled up on the Mourning Dove and the miner, so we lost out on a few points there. Probably could have played something ahead of time. I think I just rushed it a little bit. But now we're going to start playing some more birds and maybe free up some space on that dove and noisy miner. Question is, what do I want to play next? This leaves me 1 nectar for the wood stork. I guess we'll go wood stork next. Oh, man. Yeah, this round here, it's It's feeling a little awkward. We've skipped out on Miner and the Dove. We play a House Sparrow with not a ton of extra seeds. But we like awkward. That's what we do on the Master Wing channel. It's completely fine. I think we can still get a dub. I'm just debating which bird is best. And there may not be a wrong answer here. But I know the wood stork needs to go down at some point in the game. We will take ecologist. I think I can get at least 6 points. Forest data analyst is too much work. And then we will try to get the ibis down for my second fishery manager bird. But I'm trying to free up space with this miner and dove. It's been too successful. Part of the problem is I haven't been playing birds in that 4th and 5th slot to get rid of 2 eggs. So I might play this starling in the 4th spot just to free up more space on the miner and the dove. Because I'm going to have to gain food again, and I hate to do that without activating the miner and the dove. So here goes the starling. It's probably a mistake. I just don't think I have enough food to tuck extra with the starling and the house sparrow. It's just how the game is going. This round is probably too much second guessing, and I haven't really found my rhythm in this round. I've got good bird cards. I'm just overthinking about which card to play. My opponent plays Hooded Warbler for a smooth 5 points. And now we can start playing, let's see. The end around goal is eggs in the forest. We'll probably have, I don't know, 10 eggs maybe. Boom. So satisfying. That noisy miner, I can tell why they call it that. That noise is very annoying. But yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all have been thinking about Wingspan lately. I feel like this is kind of an update video because it's been a while. Haven't uploaded. Still a fan. Still a major fan. I struggled a little bit. The game felt a little dry. And we're refreshing ourselves. We're remembering how fun this game can be. And if you would like to play me and maybe be on one of our videos, you're a veteran, you're a newbie, or you're neither, let's schedule a game. Let's try to get a recording on here. I try to upload wins and losses, so it's okay. It's not like I'm not gonna upload if I don't win. So go for it. Let me know in the comments. So 1 turn left. I need to get rid of my nectar. This is awkward again. I'm going for the stubble quail. It's a 7-point play. I keep on shrugging off some of these turns. I'm just, I wanted to come back and score 140, and it's not looking like a 140 game. We're going to discard all of these seeds. Whether I get them under the house sparrow or the stubble quail or the starling, it really doesn't matter. They're all points. I would take more eggs, though, probably, because it allows me to play more birds. I'm just realizing this round 3, this starling, house sparrow, stubble quail, ruff, the ruff is okay, but the other 2 I'm not super confident about. I don't think they're going well together. We're doing okay on the nectar battle, 75 points. We're definitely going to eclipse 100, which is good, but in Oceania, that's not that impressive. Sorry. I've definitely scored under 100 many times, so don't fret if you are trying to break 100 on Oceania. But, I want an outstanding game for you guys. I want some good gameplay. And the ruff is doing work. Big ruff energy. We are doing well on the end around goals. And the Atlantic puffin shows up. That would have been great for us to pull. Would not be surprised if my opponent picks that up. But that would be my second bird in the Fishery Manager bonus card. My opponent did not take the Atlantic Puffin. I think instead the Ibis, I could gain food, play the Ibis, and ignore, but I think we are going to take the Puffin. That could be a huge play. You never know what's underneath that next bonus card. So I'm going to risk it here. But yeah, so inventory, we will draw cards. We have to at least get 3 points from Fishery Manager. We got to get at least 6 points for Ecologist. And so even though we have some higher point birds with the, Longspur, we'll take it. Even though we have some higher point birds with the Wedge-tailed Eagle and the Flycatcher, I think because of, there's not many turns left, we're going to go gain food, probably Longspur next, gain food, and then Atlantic Puffin for the last play. And we will tuck the remaining food that we have under our teal powers, and we will call it a day. You did see I discarded an extra egg on that draw turn, just so we could free up the Noisy Miner again. It's a 3-point bird, but 2-point surplus. Is that the right word? Since you give an egg to your opponent. And of course, there are 2 fish in the tray. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I really want to win this nectar battle in the wetlands. So I think we play, like I said, the Longspur first, and then when we gain food again, I'm really hoping I can win this wetland nectar battle. Round 4, I don't know about you guys, but round 4 is where I'm focusing mostly on my nectar battles. It's just too many turns, too many variables to continually count and keep track of winning each habitat every round for nectar. I just don't think that's not a fun way to play to me. I could pause and figure out per round every time, how many nectar I need. But that's not the way to play. Longspur, we just pulled Mechanical Engineer. An easy 8 points. Thank you, that turned into a 12-point play. Another ground nest with the Longspur, the Malleefowl. Maybe that would have been better at some point in this game, but who cares? We're not looking back. And we get a free berry. Didn't realize they played a Black-chinned Hummingbird. We take those. And I'm wondering if they have Omnivore Expert. Probably an Omnivore Expert play with the Whooping Crane as well. Or they could have Wetland Scientist. I don't know. That's a lot of wetland birds. And here comes the reroll. I need at least 1 more nectar. Why did I even say that? Guys, I needed 1 more nectar. Just 1 to win the wetland nectar battle. And now, looks like I gotta tie it. So we basically just lost 3 points on our total score there. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's all right. Maybe the Puffin will come in the clutch. Noisy Miner, we're gonna do it. I keep feeling like I'm missing out on some of these Mourning Dove Miner eggs. I feel like I've played those 2 cards before, and you can kind of blitz your board. Gain food, play a bird, gain food, play a bird, and release some of those eggs a little faster. So, opportunity. We are our own worst critic. We're tough on ourselves. We want to be one day master of the wing, so Here we go. Last turn of the game. Pretty straightforward. I'm feeling confident that we're winning. I think these tucks have added up. It all depends on bonus cards. If he has a bunch of bonus card points, we got Behaviorist. We probably deserve that because we got Mechanical Engineer with the long spur. But yeah, if he has a ton of good bonus cards, we could be in trouble. Just finishing up this tucking. But otherwise, I think these tucks are going to add up and we're going to win the game. So, man, we tied the last end of round. Thank you guys for watching. I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. His first game back. Not too shabby, but let's see. My favorite part coming up, the scoreboard. So we should have a 3-point advantage on Nectar. And they had 58 bird points, but we had better bonus points. We take those, end around goals, eggs, and here's my money maker right here. The tucked cards, 18. And the Nectar, 125, 110, not bad. I'll take a 125 score all day. Let's see, they had Wildlife Gardener, that's respectable. Wetland Data Analyst, Rodentologist, Viticulturist, and what else? Falconer. So, man, close game. Probably opportunities. We talked about that round 3. We talked about some of those forest birds releasing some eggs, but the teal powers came through, and I'm happy with the final score. Y'all have a good day. Peace.